Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did you unplug this? Oh, there it is. Hello, everybody. Hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to this thing. Thank you, people, for being here. Thank you. Thank you for making me think like I'm not wasting my entire life, which I think that I am. But thank you. Look at how great I look. 77 kilograms today. Tomorrow, I don't know whether it's going to be 76. I don't know. It may not be, but I'm 77. And if I'm in the low 77, I'm doing great. How are you? Are you fat? Are you thin? Are you as beautiful as I am? You can't be as beautiful as I am because I'm an internationally famous comedy TV celebrity, recently seen on GB News. Not anymore, but recently seen on GB News. My mood is okay. It's not great. It actually is it's good. It's not great. I mean, I'm losing it. I feel like I'm losing it. I don't think I'm as interesting as I used to be. William Wallace is here. Good to see you. He's a relatively new person. Girl from Mars. Thank you. She's thanking me. I thank you, girl from Mars. I thank you. Dame Claire is here. Joe Sanders, the pretty girls. That's all I care about. I don't care about you, Matt. I just want to have the pretty girl. I want to have the pretty girls. Do I not? And my own son, the producer, he's like shaking his head. He knows what this show is all about. Is it all about that?
Dating simulation.
It's a dating. It's me possibly hooking up with. I'm laying the groundwork. I'm like in their brain. Is that true?
Yes.
It is true. This is the best way. I don't know whether I'll get laid from this, but there's something good that's going to happen. All you girls. And as I've said before, what have I said? I've said, if you're thin, I'll do you. If you're thin, you don't even have to be pretty. You don't have to be even well dressed. Just if you're thin and clean, I prefer you. You don't have to be too clean. Anyway, the Jedster is here. Congratulations on getting a gig on Comedy Unleashed in February. Will it be a father and son special or just your good old self? I don't know. I don't know what. You mean
doing another Comedy Unleashed?
I'm doing one in February. So maybe my son, maybe he'll come.
You complained about it to what's his face yesterday.
I know, and then something happened. You don't know. See, this is the most important thing. It's really important to spend time with people. I don't look that good. Do I look like I have no color? What about the light?
No, you look beautiful.
Thank you. My son says that. He's in a good mood because he's in a good mood. Yeah, I don't know what it's going to be, but thank you very much for asking, Jedster. Thank you very, very much. And thank you. Janet is here, and MC Scott, he says he's listening, but he'll maybe come in. Paul Manning. That's a very strong name. Paul Manning. It's like a professional style name. Anyway, Julian is here. Hello, peeps, he says. He's saying hello specifically to Janet and to MC Scott and to Claire and to Paul Manning, Julian. I say hello to you. So today's going to be, I don't know what we're going to do. I mean, what we're going to do today. I wanted to discuss something. I had an argument with my son. He called me, what word did you use to describe me earlier today? Or you can't use that word. Can we not use that word?
You can use that.
I've been called a retard.
You were being retarded. Tell them what you were thinking.
I will tell them what I was thinking.
You just tell them right now.
I'll tell them right now.
Your stupid position.
Is it a stupid position?
It's retarded.
Is that you notice all the policemen have beards? Why do they have beards? We can discuss that. Why do they have beards? Lewis, I went to my local shop today for some papers, and as I approached the counter, he automatically reached back for a bottle of vodka. Am I too familiar? Or is it curtains for you? Yeah, it could be curtains for you. I mean, remember that alcohol is toxic. Alcohol causes cancer. Alcohol is bad for you, but it's addictive and it makes you feel good. So, I mean, do I like to drink? Not really, but I had a glass of wine last night. A small glass of wine. I mean, no. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, whether you should or you shouldn't. What does Lucy Van Pelt says? There's Lucy Van Pelt. She's laughing at something. I don't know what she is. And so that's what I'm saying to all you girls, all you ladies, Carrie B, beautiful Carrie B. That's all I care about. I want to see some effort. I want us to be thin because we are at, can I say, will I get arrested if I say I think we're at war? We're at the early stages of war. You can say, oh, there's no war going on. We're at war. I was reading today. I buy the newspaper. I buy the Daily Mail because it's cheap. And it's a lot of news. And it gives, I don't read it because it backs up what I believe. Okay, I read it because it's got a lot of news and it's cheap. You know, like how much news can you get? Like I remember when I used to get the newspaper delivered to remember we had the newspaper delivered every single day. It was so good. Half the time it ended up on the roof of the building next door. Anyway, so it says basically, here's the war. Do you see the poll? There's a poll. Okay, the culture in the UK is changing too fast. That's the question now, right? So the culture is changing too fast. 87% of reform voters think the culture is changing too fast, and 67% of conservatives. So that's on one side, it's changing too fast. And when they say the culture is changing too fast, I think people know, do we know exactly what it means? What does that mean, producer? The culture is changing too fast. It means there's too many Muslims in the country, basically. Nothing personal. They're good people, decent people, lovely people, but they hate us. But on the other side, so that's one side, 87 plus, nobody considers themselves a conservative anymore. That party is dead. I'd be embarrassed to say that I'm conservative anyway. But on the other side, the gay Lib Dems, the gay Labour Party, and the gay Green Party, who are also half Muslim, half, so they think the Lib Dems think the 32% thinks it's changing too fast. So it's 87% versus 32%. And then you got the Greens, who only 20% think the country's too fast because they hate this country. Sorry. William Wallace is a silent war since 2019. It's bonkers. It is. I'm screaming. I am actually screaming about this, and I shouldn't. I shouldn't scream. If I'm a little bit too loud, if I'm screaming too loud, just tell me, hey, Lewis, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Joe Sanders is calling Claire a thin girl. A thin girl. Dame Claire is slim. She likes to be, you like to call yourself thin. A lot of women, if you say to a woman, you look thin, to a man, that's like a compliment. To a woman, it's like, oh my God, you called me thin. We should never have allowed them into positions of power. Who is them? Yeah, not even them. They are in positions of power. They own the BBC, which we are paying for, I'm not paying for them. You don't have to pay for them. You don't have to watch their lies. And even in what they call remember what I said yesterday. Why am I so excited today? I'm really excited. Anyway, we should never have yes. Maltese Phil is here. I love Maltese Phil. I love Malta. And I love Phil. So here is the thing. So they just tell us lies when they say birthing person instead of a woman who's pregnant. When they say that, that's a lie. They're lying to our faces. And you could say, how is this thing going? What is this thing here? Maybe I'll go here. Do I go like that, or is it this side? I don't know. I want you to be able to. Can you read the screen? When they say a birthing person instead of a woman who's pregnant, and you don't scream. This is I would say it's like 1984. Which I have never read. Can you believe I've never read 1984? What's the other book? What's the other book by the other guy? There's two books. One is 1984, and the other one is, I don't know what the other one is. But it's like they're lying to our face. What?
Animal Farm.
Animal Farm, I have read that. No, but there's another one. Brave New World.
I've read that.
You've read that?
Yeah.
That's Animal Farm. Yeah, that's my Baltese Phil says Animal Farm. But I'm thinking and Lucy, who knows everything. She's very knowledgeable. I'm against women knowing everything. They become so scary. But yes, Lucy Van Pelt, Brave New World, is like. And then maybe I should read it. I'm going to go, oh my God. All you'll do is you'll find out we knew this in 1946 when the book was written. Okay? Camp of the Saints. Is that a book? I'm going to write that down. Stuart, I've never even heard of it. My daughter is a midwife. And they use none of those terms. They use none of those terms, Janet. Yeah, of course they don't, because you'd have to be after you see a woman giving birth. Then it's never a man giving birth. I would like to have given birth. I took care of my kids when they were young, because I did the best that I could, but I'm no woman. I'm no woman. Sometimes I lie in bed at night and I push my boobs together, but generally speaking, Aldous Huxley, exactly right, Joe Sanders. What would happen? What would happen if we read these books? We read the books and you think, wow, they knew this stuff way back when. Way back when. And it's coming true now. And Keir Starmer and all those leftist people, bunch of absolute liars. I rented a copy of Animal Farm and was very surprised what I watched. And I was very surprised oh, you mean the film? The film, yeah. Yeah, it's just, it's an allegory because it's animals. It's animals. It's allegory. I think it's an allegory. It's not a metaphor. It's an allegory. I don't know. Where is, anyway. So Janet's daughter's a midwife. You see a baby coming out of a woman. Yes, Camp of the Saints. Also Fugue for Darkening Island. I'm going to write that down because now it's been recommended to me. Camp of the Saints. I don't have enough time in the daytime, really. And I should have more time, considering Camp of the Saints, according to Stewart, is a book written by a French author, Jean Raspail, in the 1970s that predicted the end of Western civilization. It's been translated into English. Okay. Is that the book that I've heard of one of those French books. It can happen here. It could Fugue for a Darkening Island. Fugue for a darkening island. You think we should have a book club? It'd be too much pressure for us to read books. Do you think we should do that? Maybe we can't force other people to read books, but it might be interesting that way. Oh, I forgot you were talking about Charlotte Webb. This is not Charlotte Webb. No, I never read that as a kid, but I remember there's another book like that. There's another book like Charlotte Webb that was written. They were like early 60s books. Do you think maybe we should maybe read one of those books, Camp of the Saints, or do you think we should read Brave New World or Animal Farm, or what's the other book? 1984. Maybe we should read it and say this is what's happening now. So we know in our hearts. Like yesterday, I went to my COVID deniers meeting. They don't call themselves COVID deniers anymore because it's just that, it's not even a thing. They know it's all true. Lovely, lovely people. Lovely people. And everyone is like, they're all on edge. They're all on edge. I'm on edge. Do I seem like I'm on edge? I'm on edge. I don't have enough color in my face. I'm gonna have to start going to the whatchamacallit place. To the sunbed. Who else goes to a sunbed? I think you need to. Pretty good. Okay. Yeah. So what was I saying? So I went to this thing yesterday. My COVID people, and it was nice. It was nice. There were girls. I would call them girls, but it's older. It's not young people. The young people have been basically bought and sold. These ones have been bought and sold. One of them, we got into a discussion about how the Israelis, the Jews, are genociding the Muslims, and I just have to laugh. It's so horrible. I have to laugh. And then I read a poll today that said 52% of the people. I don't know who these. This is from Radio Genoa. I don't know where these people are, but they said 52% of Radio Genoa's people think the Jews are worse than the Muslims. The Jews are worse than the Muslims. Yeah. You believe that. You believe that. When was the last time you were mugged by a Jew? Or whatever. Lucy, I would love to read that. We should read that book. What a good idea to suggest a book. Do you have a chapter, a 10-minute slot? Like Jack and Nori for adults, says Andrew Rubin. Well, let's just see. Maybe I should look for the book here. Maybe I should look for the book. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge, says Julian. Yeah, but we do know that something is wrong. When they call a birthing person, when the BBC, who's taking 170 pounds of your money, raise your hand if you give those people 170. Don't raise your hands. It's embarrassing. So Janet says, oh, now I've caught up. Animal Farm is a book by George Orwell. I see something else. Yeah, well, that's one of the great books of all times, Animal Farms. Quote after quote. It's about, these youngsters are balloon heads. They haven't the first clue what genocide is. That's exactly true. So I told the lady, the population of Gaza has gone up, number one. And number two, they're not our friends. They're not our friends. Sounds like my auntie was there. Convid reunions, bless. Yes, 5 years ago, they were very dark times. And I remember, this is every Sunday morning, 10 o'clock in the morning. It gave me something to do, to get out of the house. We used to go to Peckham Rye Park and sit in the park. And then get yelled at by this cafe over there. It's the worst. It was a bad genocide, Malteser, when people are dying. It's such an absolute failure of genocide. Absolute failure of genocide. And she's like, oh, the poor people. What about our poor people? What about us living in this country? What about you and your kids? What about your parents? I'm not an advocate, whatever it is. It's really bad. But so let's look up that book. What book should we look up? Camp of the Spirits? Do you think that's a bit too strong? Wouldn't it be better to go back and read 1984 first? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Hold on a second. I'll look it up. I'm not doing this second. Where? Fortunately, we don't pay. My mother qualifies for a free one. Well, okay, I missed the thing for Ruben. Dracula is my favorite. We're not talking just about books. We're not talking about books. We're not having a book club. We're having an educational experience. Animal Farm might be a good start, because it's not that long. I don't think I've ever read the book. I mean, I say that I do, but I'm a liar. Let me see what we can do here. Let me see what we can do. Window capture. Let me see what we can do. Window capture. Animal. Let me see what we can do. Farm. Oh, they made the film in 19... And can you read this, everybody? Let me see if you can read this. Oh, they made the film in 19... Maybe I can make this a bit bigger. Can you read this, everybody? Let me see if you can read this. Oh, they made the film in 19... Maybe I can make this a bit bigger. What? Let me see if you can read this. Because I'm going to go out later. Maybe I can make this a bit bigger. No, just leave it there. But thank you for asking. I'm going to go out later. The other, C number one comes in. Thank you for asking. Animal Farm, says Joe Sanders. Andrew Rubin says 1984. I think we should read Fungus the Bogeyman or Quest for the Loop. Are those real books? I never heard of them. BBC meant something different back in the back of the mags in the 1970s. Animal Farm was also a bestiality film in the 1980s. Animal Farm could be. But here in the 1980s. It says here, Animal Farm. Is it satirical? Oh, sorry. It says here, Animal Farm. Is it satirical? Mute stream. Why is the stream? Why isn't the stream muted? I don't understand. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's get back on track. Thank you very much for the word. Okay, is a satirical novella by George Orwell that allegorically depicts the Russian Revolution and the rise of the Soviet communism. The story, it follows farm animals who overthrow their human farmer only for a power-hungry pigs elite led by Napoleon to gradually seize control and create a new corrupt tyranny. Key themes includes the danger of totalitarianism, corrupt. You want to sit down and join us?
I'm going out.
What is in your hands?
Paint.
Where were you painting? No, don't touch me with that. Don't.
It's not. It's dry.
But it could be. It could be.
No.
Sit down. Where'd you get that shirt from? That's a beautiful shirt.
Dad. Funny guy.
Were you painting at Mom's house?
You're one funny guy. Yeah.
How is your mother doing?
She's doing all right.
Where did you get the shirt from?
You gave me the shirt.
Right, I gave you the shirt. Where did I get the shirt from?
You got the shirt from the street.
Yes, probably. I don't remember where I got it.
Half of the stuff you own is from the
I
street.
got it from the street. Let's say hello, everybody. Let's say hello. Let's say hello to my I was gonna say my friend, my favorite son.
We're not friends.
I don't think we're friends. Are we friends?
I said we were friends one time, and you were like, "You're not my friend."
I'm not your friend.
Yeah, we're not friends.
Yeah, because I've got a different role than a friend. I've got
You'll be a deadbeat father.
I've got a much harder role.
Hello,
Everybody's
Claire.
saying hello.
Joe Sanders.
There you go.
Hello,
Can you read
William
that?
Wallace. Nicole Boursier, photographer.
Where is Nicole? Oh, Nicole is here. Where? There's Nicole. She's from France, and she's a photographer. And she's got to go to her website. She's got a fantastic website. Yes, we're going to be cheered up. Everybody, give her. Meet my son, Nicole. This is. Can you not cover your face? You're good looking.
I'm not covering.
Your brother should cover his face, but not you.
Did you get to meet your older brother? Other brother?
He wasn't here. Was he here? Was he? Did you see him? No.
No.
He wasn't here. That was Jonathan. You would like him. He reminds me of this brother, though. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees. This is what Fatanai says. Hypocrites, for you are like whitewashed tombs, which outwardly appear beautiful, but within are full of dead people's bones. Our leaders, again. This is Fatanai saying this. So you were at your mom's house.
Yeah.
Doing what? What room were you? You put that on the floor. We
were doing a cabinet.
You're doing a cabinet. You got paint on your hands. You weren't wearing. I hope you weren't wearing that shirt. Were you wearing that shirt?
Yeah, I was wearing this shirt. I'm gonna treat this shirt as like a
junk shirt. Yeah. It's an Adidas shirt. Do you think that happened? I think.
Well,
what happened there? I made a mistake. Maybe putting in 3 stripes.
Yeah, he made a mistake. It's fine.
Everything
fine. Is A-okay.
Yeah.
Everything is all good in the hood.
Everything's okay. Did you get to meet your other brother? No. Let's see.
My mum's way more beautiful than dad. Wait, what does Nicole look like? Let's see. First of all, Nicole, how old are you and how much do you weigh? All right.
How old are you? She's from France. She's not going to be fat. Yes, he is a good-looking guy, Lewis. Must have plenty. Have a pretty mother, too. Yeah, I would say your mother. I mean, at one point, she was very pretty. She is pretty, but she got fat, your mother.
So did you. Dad, you can't chat. You got fat as well.
I did, but look what I've done. Look what I did. Well, I basically pulled it around.
Yeah, it's not hard to pull it around.
It is hard. It isn't hard. Joodles. Hello, Joodles. She says.
Hi, Joodles.
Pulling around. Yes, you.
Okay. Me. Okay,
Your mother.
I got people to see, all right?
No, you don't.
I do.
You don't.
Hello, Kangi of the beautiful eyes. Hello. Thank you for the ongoing support. The beautiful eyes, yeah.
Yes. Where does it say that?
People say my eyes are like piercing when I'm looking at them.
Yes, because you're psychotic. That's why.
That may be true. Okay, I'm going. Have a nice show, guys.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, he gives you a kiss.
I do that without the cameras as well.
I know. No, you don't. You don't. There's no love. Most of the time, you're like totally grumpy.
So are you. Oh, you know what? We're not going to get.
I am really grumpy.
Move the camera to me.
But you're 20. You're 22 years old, so you shouldn't be really grumpy.
Yeah, I shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be grumpy. You should be. You should be happy. Let me just make sure this thing is.
Okay.
That's it's always nice to see him. Note the massive cringe at my massive cringe. Yeah, yes, I'm very cringy with Mike. Am I cringy with you guys? Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm cringy. I'm cringy. I tried to be as loving as possible with my boys. And I try to be as loving as possible with you, Joodles, too. I tried to be as loving as Claire, loving as possible. Loving. Alan Williams is here. And Dame Claire and Nicole. So we've got a lot, and Julian, we've got a lot of people here today. So let's put this 19. The problem with me is I'm all over the place. But maybe we should read, should we read Animal Farm? That's not what the problem we have right now. I mean, we do kind of. We have basically an enemy invading our country. I mean, I shouldn't even talk like this. Someday someone's going to come and clip this stuff out and say, you said it's an enemy invasion. Anyway, Vatnai says, telling someone that you love them is one of the best things you can do. Yet it is the hardest thing to say. Sometimes why? Why is it so hard? I used to tell my kids I love them all the time. Do you remember that? And I still do a little bit. I still do. Mostly I'm angry. I'm angry at my kids. I'm angry. But you are right. It's really hard. Let's tell everybody we love them. I love you, Vatanai. I love you. I try to be loving to you people because I'm so appreciative that we have this thing, even though this is 149 days of this. That's a lot of days. Calvin Perrin. Hey, Calvin, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. Calvin Perrin is a guy that I know from who during the COVID times he helped get me work at different places, and I appreciate that, Calvin. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer's live stream. If you want to say hello, the people here are generally, I don't even know if they're people, they're names, but after a while you just like you pretend that they're somebody's. You pretend like you actually know them. And then you like them, and then you're stuck with them. What do you do? William, we are all over the place. No fear, Lewis. I don't have fear, and I should have fear. I should have fear. I used to go during the COVID times. I used to go up to North London to do a gig, and it was shocking to be on stage again. It was shocking, but it was very good. It was very good fun. I love you all. Thank you, Andrew Rubin. That's what we should all do. I love you all. And we love each other because we're here. And the reason why this thing works as well as it works is because we love each other, I think. And we have very few bad people coming in. Maybe the number of bad people that are coming into here are getting fewer and fewer. When was the last bad person we had coming in here? It was like 3 months ago or something. I shouldn't even say that because maybe someone's going to hear it. Anyway, I love you all, says Joe Sanders. There, I did it. I may be a clone, however. Even a clone will take a clone. Claire says, I don't know what you're saying, but that's good. It's different for guys. What is different for guys, Vatanai? Telling people you love them. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it is different because women treat love differently. They treat love differently. Women, they do that? It's different for girls. Good old Joe Jackson. Yes, he was amazing. Moved to New York. You remember when New York was New York? It might still even be New York. I've been watching videos of places in New York, and it reminds me the horrible, horrible flats that cost fortune. I love everyone here, but mostly Lewis. Do you want to know something, Claire? That's absolutely the exact right thing for you to say. Is you say, I love you, Lewis. I love you more than anybody, Lewis. When exactly is your gig in Comedy Unleashed in February? It's the 10th. It is okay. It's the 10th. I've got it down as the 10th. But of course, you got to be sure because I could mess this thing up. I have messed up a lot of this stuff. It is the new Islamabad now. What is Maltese Phil? New York? Could be. Birmingham? Could be. Could be. I mean, why you'd want it to be one of these places, I don't know. But Joe Jackson. Moving up. Joe Jackson. What was my favorite Joe Jackson song? Let's see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find what my favorite Joe Jackson song is. Favorite Joe Jackson song. Let's see what it is here. Stepping Out, be my number one. Is she really going out with him? It's different for guys. I mean, there were quite a few hits. What was the song? Greatest Hits, his album. Let's see what was in his Greatest Hits album. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was released in 1996. I don't know what my favorite song was. What is your favorite Joe Jackson song, everybody? Let's discuss that. What is your favorite? Stepping out into the night. Your son is lovely, Janet says. My son just hung up on me because I didn't sort his cat insurance. Well, what do you think? Do you think my kids don't get mad at me? They don't get that mad. They get, yeah. Well, your problem is that, he expects you to do stuff. My kid does. I do my kid's laundry for him. Paul Manning says his wife says it's different for girls. Mine is she is really going out with him. That's Nicole. These were like big hit songs in the 1980s. Look Sharp. Look, was that also a song? I don't remember which one it was. I'd have to listen to this. What it is. Reform's new council members look like something out of League of Gentlemen. Well, we need young people. We need young people to fight for this country. All of the reform people are a bunch of old altacockers like us. I recommend Jordan Peterson giving a lecture about the failure of socialism, and he reads from Orwell, The Road to Wigan Pier. Yeah, I'd like to read that book. That's another one. The Road to Wigan Pier. I wonder if have you ever been to Wigan Pier? There are so many great songs. But don't worry. When the country turns Islamic, there's going to be some really great songs. They love music. They love that stuff. I don't know to Jackson. I would probably recognize a song from a few. Yeah, you don't know Joe Jackson. This is what Tiger Fang says. Yeah. Wait, you'll be my number two. Me and number one are through. Wait, you be my number two. Me and number one are through. Is that a song? That's a song that I kind of would like. Let's just see. My number one is through. Yeah. That's another song. That was my number one, the title song. Can be interpreted as my number one. Is that the song by that woman? By Helena Padassou. Greeks, Greek. It's not a Joe Jackson song. I don't remember hearing that. Okay. But it sounds like a really good song. It sounds like a really, really good song. Okay, but thank you, Lucy, for that. Jilted John Jordan is a moron. Who is Jilted John Jordan? You know what? I know you want to say anything that comes into your mind to write something. You don't have to, because we're talking about Joe Jackson here. It is Joe Jackson. It is Joe Jackson. Let me copy it, though. I mean, everybody needs a backup something. You know, I mean, and women historically have more backups than men do. It is Be My Number Two. Okay, listen, everybody. What's going on? How come there's no sound here? Can you? I must have unplugged it. I think I unplugged this. I'm not sure if I did. I think I did.
Don't play sound out of speakers.
Well, how can they hear it then?
If you play it, they can hear it regardless, even if you can't, because it's getting streamed. As long as you're on application.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want it to be too good. I don't want it to be too good, but that's interesting. Let me look up the lyrics. Can I look up the lyrics, Lucy? I'm going to look the lyrics up. I'm going to look up the lyrics. Lyrics. Me and my number one are through. Won't be too much to do. Just smile when I feel blue. And there's not much left of me. What you get is what you see. Is it worth the energy? Okay, let me just see if you can see that. Can you see that? I'd like to listen to this. Don't try to lay your funny ways on me. I know that it's really not fair of me, but my heart's seen too much action. Every time I look at you, you'll be who I want to do. You'll be who I want you to, and I'll do what I can do to make a dream or two come true. If you'll be my number two. Yeah, it's a lovely thing. That's a lovely song. My wife hated this song. Okay, so there you go. Thank you very much, Lucy, for that song. I don't know if I'll listen to that again. I don't know how it goes. There won't be too much to do. Just smile when I feel blue. Yeah. Well, I think women are more likely to be a number two than a man. Because a woman, I'm not going to get into an argument about this. Lucy Van Pelt, are you a Jumanji fan going by your name? I think that's Peanuts. Is that a Jumanji thing? My wife hated the song, Jilton John, said Paul Manning, as she's called Julie. All her schoolmates used to sing the lyrics to her to wind her up. I've been going out with a girl. Her name is Julie. It still annoys her. Yes, well, it's always going to annoy you to hear somebody singing a song with your name in it. I mean, it's Joe Jackson. Okay, it's Joe Jackson. Peter and Boss, window frame, Jill track. Okay, I'm going to go. Well, let's go listen to that. What is it called? Pete and Boss? Pete and Boss. Drill track. Are you familiar with this? This has no sound. This is now some old guy. Look at the old guys, and they're all laughing and screaming and being young again. Look at the hair. He's got no hair at the top of his head, but here, I don't know why do you think the sound is working? Could there be something with the microphone? Could I have too much too much stuff plugged in. I might have too much stuff plugged in. I think I've got too much stuff plugged in. How about this? I've got too much stuff plugged in. I can't listen to it. Let's get back on track. Let's get back on the show here. I've just remembered that, Jesse, thinking about it. It's the Alzheimer's. Okay. Lucy says she's a Lucy Van Pelt fan. Well, I hope so, because that's now your name. I just think of Michael Jackson's father when you say Joe Jackson. There was also Joe Jackson, a famous American baseball player, Kermit. There you go. Can you hear the song? Why can you hear the song and I can't? Maybe it's coming. Could you hear the song? Oh, jeez. I got just too much wires. Wires here. Let me just see if I can hear this. Just go down here. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. No, this is not working. Five-star food that I dish to them. Chef sat on when I whip into the kitchen and I switch suits like I'm Mr. Ben. 10-10 cleaver shift up to fifth. Blues in the rear and I'm swerving the mains like Tokyo Drift. Took a shot, but he no, it's not. The sound is not working for me. Is it working for you, people? Is it working for you, Claire? Can you hear it? I love Can You Could Call Me Al. Yeah, that's a great song. That's a really good song by Al and Alan Miller. Yeah. Michael Jackson's old man was allegedly a nasty piece of work. Maybe he wasn't a nasty piece of work. He just wanted his kids to be super successful. I mean, I did bad things to my kids. A little bit. I hope not too much. But I did bad things. I wanted them to be good kids. And they needed me to pay attention to them. Awfully distracted this evening. What I can't tell. I was listening to Pete and Boss. Pete and Boss. I'm going to write that down too. Pete and Boss. Jilted John had a Radio 4 comedy program, which was brilliant, says Andrew Rubin. Shuttle something. He was also a panelist on Esther Ranson's That's Life series on BBC. Do you remember when BBC, people didn't know the truth about BBC? They didn't know the truth. They thought, oh, you needed a license. Nowadays, or whatever, you know, not that you needed one, but, you know, of course there had to be a license. Of course there had to be a license. Yeah. I don't know, Claire couldn't hear the music, so we're not going to play the music. But Pete and Boss, I'm going to put a circle on it, and I'm going to put a star on this thing right now. What do we talk about now? Anybody have an idea what we talk about now? What do we talk about now? Let's get the chat box on. How about the chat box? Can't buy bread until Wednesday next week. Just bake the loaf without using bread machine for the first time in many, many years. It comes out nice. Yeah, but you know what? It bungs you up and it'll give you diabetes. So I know it tastes great. Bread tastes great. Last week I brought 2 loaves of bread. Very bad. I mean, I ate one. It was a small loaf. And then I ate half of the other loaf, and then I threw it out. I had to throw it out. And I found a box of those Canadian maple cookies. No. You're not wrong about diabetes. Homemade bread rockets. Yes, it does. It rockets it. It's not healthy. So why did you make it, and why are you eating it? Have a slice and throw the rest out, or give it to your neighbor who you don't like. Pete and Boss also perform with the Northern Boys drill pensioners. Who's the BBC? William Wallace asked. That's right. Maple cookies. They're like those cookies. What are they called? Custard and cream cookies. What are the cookies with the hard? What's going on here? How come no one is writing this thing on here? Oh, that's right. Why? But it's got the hard crackers, and then the inside, it's like an Oreo cookie, but it's maple, and it's very crunchy. And they were, oh my God, they were so good. They were so, weren't those cookies amazing? Producer.
Yeah, lovely.
They were lovely. Even the producer says they were lovely. I gave him about 4 of them, and then I threw the rest out. Roman bread is okay, I hear. I mean, it's better than the bread today. I've heard that the bread today has more genetic material in it than human beings. It's like the most intensely genetically jammed stuff. It's got 1 million, because they took different breads, and they just, and now, to make it safe, whatever. High school, there was a bakery we always used to walk past, and it was very good bread. Most of us would stop and buy some cob bread. What is cob bread? It was bread made out of cobs. You're not saying that, but that's what a cob is. Isn't a cob a nut that falls from a kind of a tree out there in Kent? Isn't that what a cob is? I'm going to look that up. What is a cob? A cob is a loaf of round, crusty, white bread, often called a cob, that is traditionally made from simple ingredients like flour, water, salt, and yeast. It's well known in British and Australian cuisine, where it can be served as a bread bowl for dips like spinach or cheese, or simply enjoyed with butter. Oh my God, it looks just so good. It looks like so good. It's not a cob. A cob is something else. A cob is a nut. Cob, nut. A cob is a hazelnut. That's what a cob is, a hazelnut. But you have to, a cob nut is a cultivated variety of traditionally grown in Kent. I knew that Kent is prized for its rich, nutty flavor. In the early autumn, cob nuts have a long oval shape and are sold in their green husk or dried with a brown shell. They can be eaten raw, roasted. There you go, dehusked. They've got the husk, and then they got the shell. They might be poison. Hazelnuts or filberts is another name for that. Oh my God, I loved eating nuts. Probably killed my kidneys. Probably killed it. I don't worry about it as much as I used to worry about this stuff. Do any of you knows this thing? Yeah, okay, there we go. Cob nuts are, I mean, if I remember, I go into the woods and eat stuff that I can find, but it's not healthy, I don't think. Nuts are not that healthy. I like the basic French breads. Simple, cheap, and tasty. Yes, really good stuff. Really good stuff. Claire comes in and makes a very valid point. Be careful of bread porn. Yeah, because it's just too delicious. It's too delicious. And like with me, because I have no fear of butter anymore, I'll put it on so thick, a layer of butter. Just cold butter. I love it. Round bread is very nice. No, it was what you just described. The round bread, says Tagafang. Right. It's not cob nuts. I thought when you said cob bread, it was the nuts, but it's not the nuts. Ron Smith loves walnuts. I totally love walnuts. Totally love walnuts, and you're right to say that. Ron Smith, how do you not? Nuts are just so good. Nuts and honey, apples. It's a Passover food. It was apples and nuts, crushed, ground, whatever. Just it was so good, together. Avoid the mushrooms you find. I thought about that today. I was walking in the woods and I saw a huge thing of mushrooms, like just a huge thing of mushrooms, and they were black. And I was thinking, I wonder what they taste like. I didn't put it in my mouth. I won't eat it. I won't eat it. But I do eat some other food that some people might consider dangerous. But you should be careful of. You should know how to eat them. But mushrooms can be amazing because it's free food. What's better than free food? I love free food. Do I not love free food? How rare are truffles? I don't know. Has anybody ever found a truffle? Caught a truffle? What exactly is a truffle? Does anybody know? Or should I look it up myself? What exactly is a truffle? What is a truffle? And I'm not thinking of it's an edible underground fungus that grows symbiotically with root trees, prized for its pungent, earthy flavor and aroma. These culinary delicacies are often used in gourmet dishes and are a type of subterranean fungus from the genus tuber. While some are cultivated, truffles are still considered rare and expensive due to the difficulty in sourcing them. So it looks like they're not grown that way. Let's look what it says in Wikipedia. They use this like a flavoring. No one takes a bite out of one. Is it dangerous? Are they poison? Let's see. Are they poison? Toxic? Let's see. Volatile? I don't know if they're dangerous. Are they dangerous? You got to look at this article. It's like page after page. Page after page after page. Truffle oil. Truffle vodka. What about toxicity? Are truffles toxic? I'm going to look that up. Unless anybody knows the answer to. Are truffles toxic? Are truffles toxic to humans? And the answer to that question is no. True truffles are not toxic. They're edible and none are considered poisonous. However, caution is needed when foraging false truffles, button stage poisonous mushrooms. You got to know what a real truffle is. They got black spores and they're not elegant. But they always say that. They always, here's a pretty girl. Here's a pretty girl. No, they say they're not poisonous. They have a short shelf life, 1 to 2 weeks only. Can they be eaten raw? To preserve its truffle should not be cooked too much. I mean, who knows what the true story is? Do we know what the true story is? I don't think we do. The Sleepy Dormouse says, you can buy truffles in Lidl now. Oh my God, that's the end of the world. I was just in Lidl's last night. The night before. It was fantastic. The Sleepy Dormouse, fab food, cob nuts. My bro has a hedgerow full of it and mice. They chew the nut in a very specific way so you can tell the dormice were there. Okay, there you go. You can't type answers quickly. I can't type answers quickly enough. Okay, we'll type them in late. I'll read them late. But thank you very much, Nicole. Don't worry about it. People use pigs to dig them up, I heard. I've seen the TV thing. There was an episode of White Horses that was about truffles, I think. White Horses. Have you ever had a truffle, Nicole? You're from France. You know truffles. A pal of mine has trained her spaniel to sniff them out. You grate truffles like just a sprinkle. That's all you need, their flavor. Like the way I put Parmesan cheese on my eggs, maybe. No, expensively expensive truffle. That's the toxic. No, expensively expensive truffle. That's the toxic bit. What do you mean by that? That if something is so expensive, it can't be considered It's toxic because it's so expensive. We have a little in Greenwich, says Carrie B. No staff. You pay £10 to get in. Oh, that's amazing. That's how they keep the bad people from coming in. You know, people can't steal more than £10 worth of stuff from Little. In Greenwich. Let me find out where that is. I'm going to check that out myself. Have you ever heard of that? Little Greenwich. Little Greenwich. In Charlton? Where is this? Bugsby Way in is it in Charlton? Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting. Maybe when I leave the house, I'll go. I'm not leaving. I'm only leaving the house today. I'm going tonight. We're going to have to leave the show a little bit early, about 6:15. So we have 15 minutes left. I may be late tonight, or maybe not be able to do a show at all tonight, because I'm going to see Adam Ant. My friend Joel is taking me to see Adam Ant. So if you have anything to say right now, you want to speak to people, tell us what you want to say. What do you want to say? What's that song? Do what you want to do. That's another great British song. Do what you want to do. Got 37 people watching. All right, we're doing great. We are absolutely doing great. We're doing really great. Let's go back here. I remember a Louis Theroux documentary, says Kermit. When he tried to meet Michael Jackson, he ended up interviewing Joe Jackson in the same motel room for £5,000 cash, facilitated by a guy called Majestic Magnificent. That's his dad, Michael Jackson's dad. MJ ended up being interviewed by Martin Bashir as he'd done the Diana interview, under the advice of Uri Geller, whom he never forgave. Point being, Joe Jackson seemed dodgy AF, doing cash deals. Yeah, well, someone's going to offer you money. Speaking of offering money, make sure we like this stream. That's the most important thing. Everyone, I know you think, well, I liked yesterday's stream. You got to like it every single day. Everybody, take a minute, move over to the thing. Most of you have probably liked this already, but let's see how many people have liked the stream. 18, 19 people have liked it. Let's go with the liking of the thing. Let's maybe go to the alarm thing so you get notified of it. Also, maybe slip the stream a couple of pounds. You know, 2 streams a day. Maybe not tonight, but 2 streams a day. I hope I enjoy Adamant. I hope I do. Anyway, Lewis, it will be great. Hope he does Ant music. That's a great song. I bet he does. And if he doesn't, maybe people will be upset. Adamant, Prince Charming with the Diana doors, as they're all related, says Nicole. So also, go to Ko-fi. You could make a one-time contribution and think, oh, okay, I've helped. Maybe I appreciate it so much. I appreciate what Kermit is doing. Just a tremendous help. PayPal is another way to make it easy. Just, make it easy. £5. It's a cup of coffee. That's why it's called Ko-fi. Also, there's Patreon. There's another great thing. I was suspicious that Michael Jackson had a theme park in his own garden. Avocado Man says, yeah, you got to be suspicious. 26 likes. Thank you, Lucy. That's good. Let's see if we can get to 30. I think maybe it's a percentage of how many people are actually watching it versus how many likes there are. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's anything. It means something to me. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't even worry about it. I was only talking about Adam Ant with my girlfriend just yesterday when she was on about Edward Scissorhands' film. Did he do the music for that back then? Stand and Deliver, another great song. Another great song. What band was he in before he was Adam Ant? You remember what band he was in? Adam Ant bands. Adam Ant. Adam and the Ants. Then he became Adam Ants. And then what was it? What was the band that he was in? Imagine being Adam Ant and having all the girls wanting to touch your body. What was the band? Bazooka Joe? No, maybe that was the only band he was in. I mean, it'd be nice to walk down the street and have, ooh, I wouldn't like it. No, I don't think I would like it. I like the idea of flirting, and I do like the idea of girls. If you're thin, Lewis Schaffer will love you. I used to love him with the Ants when they first came out, says Alan. I can still remember my dad just rolling his eyes. He grew up with Guy Mitchell. On Guy Mitchell. I don't know who Guy Mitchell is, but you could imagine the older generation. Him and Jimmy White kind of looked like Edward. Jimmy was even called Edward Scissorhands by snooker fans. I was not a big snooker follower. I didn't even know about it. I knew that they played snooker in England, but okay. Your Money or Your Life. Joe Sanders. I mean, it was really, really good. Compare Prince Charming with War Canoe by the unmentionable Rolf Harris. Yeah, well, maybe Rolf Harris was punished because of the music that he was coming out with back in the day. Jimmy White's a legend. That's what Judel says. Okay, I don't know who he is, but I think he's a legend. I once had a girl who was convinced I was the lead singer of a local band. Winter Moods, it was called. I had to convince her I really wasn't. How do you convince a girl you really weren't? By making passionate love. David Essex. Remember David Essex? Rock on, squeaky clean, da-da-da, prettiest girl I've ever seen. Do you know that song? The girl I've ever... Is that a David Essex song? Let me see David Essex. Remember, we have tools to investigate everything. David Essex was an English singer. Oh, he's a good-looking man. He's old and he's good-looking. 10 years older than I am. Rock On. Remember this song? Rock On. Do, do, do. Who is David Essex? He's 10 years older than I am. 10 years older. How much of a hit was that song? How much of a hit was the song? Discography. Does he have a list? Yeah, there's his list. Rock On was number 32 in the USA. I thought it was much higher than that, 1973. And then he didn't have any other hits in the United States. All the Fun of the Fair, 1975, was 3 in the UK. Oh, these are albums, sorry. These are albums. Let's see what the singles are. Live albums, album tracks, cast recordings, compilation albums, video EPs, singles. Okay, singles. Oh, he'd been around since 1965. Rock On was number 5 in the US as a single. And number 3 in the UK. Gonna Make You a Star. That's it. He was like a little bit of success in 73, 74. That's the way it goes. You think you're going to come back. But he had 1982, he was number 2 in the UK with A Winter Tale. And he was quite, he made the charts a little bit. So whatever it is. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. Let's say goodbye. Lewis, it was a big hit. First one was Rock On. And then he did 2 films. He was a good-looking guy, an actor, good-looking guy. Can I thank you people for listening to this? Can I thank everybody? I'm going to mention your name. If I don't mention your name, say, hey, Lewis, what about mentioning my name? But Kermit and Joodles and Ron Smith and Nicole Le Bouchier, photographer, go to her website. Just, you can find it. Ron Smith, buy something from her. Buy something from here. Pay £5, buy me a cup of coffee. Go to Patreon too. How about this? What about over here on Twitter? Go onto Twitter and say, I listened to Lewis Schaffer. It was very diversionary. I don't even know what we discussed, but it was good. Julian and Dame Claire and Joe Sanders and Lucy. She likes Joe Jackson. So maybe she'll like me because I like Joe Jackson too. Okay. Andrew Rubin was here. So thank you. Paul Manning. Fantastic, fantastic people. Carrie B. I'm going to go out to Little out there and go in with 10 pounds. I gotta borrow 10 pounds. Vatanai. Always adding something to the stream. Maltese Phil. What did we discuss? We discussed possibility of a book club, right? That'd be good. 1984. Maybe, or Animal Farm. Okay, maybe those things. Animal Farm. What else? Who else can we thank? William Wallace. Thank you, William, for coming back. Really appreciate it. The Jedster. He's one of Lewis's oldest fans. Shanks out there for doing all the thumbnails. You want to do a thumbnail, you send it to me. Go on Discord, and I'll use it. Make sure it fits in the box. Always have a border around the outside of nothing. Fools in Love. I don't remember that, Joe Sanders. I should look that up. That's basically everybody. Tiger Fang. Ron Smith. Don't forget Ron Smith. Thank you very, very much for coming in here. So let's just say goodbye to everybody. Avocado Man, thank you for coming in. Thank you. I like when you say bums and broads, the same bums. I love that so much. Thank you for listening. If you're saying goodbye to me other ways on the whatever it is on Twitter, you can send me a message. Great to see you, all the lovely followers of Lewis. And you are lovely followers of Lewis that you put up with Crazy Lewis. So I do appreciate that so much. We miss you on GB. Yes, I miss you. Well, maybe we'll come back one day and maybe we won't come back. It's just the way the world works. I enjoyed being there. I'm honored that they asked me to have me on the show. And I tried to do some good to the world. I tried to be open and honest. MC Scott, TTFN, we'll catch you later. MC Scott. If I come back tonight, if it's not too late, it might be 11:30 or 12. I'll come on for a couple of minutes and we can discuss what the show was. We could do that. I mean, I won't be here. I'll be in the other room. I'll have to, because my son doesn't want me here. Okay, that's our show. Say goodbye. Everybody wave goodbye. Everybody make sure you go on Twitter, on Discord. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.